Welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival. This is episode 9 in my workshop series, and in this episode I want to show you something I'm working on. It's actually going to be a replacement to the Mako Space Superiority Fighter. Now it's actually quite a big deal, and by big I mean very big. So you've seen the fact I've worked on a starter SV. That's a level 5 just there. You've seen the fact I've worked on this level 17 ship just here. This was originally meant to be a replacement for the Mako, but I sort of thought I needed something even better. The problem with this ship is it only has 4 weapon bays on it. It is incredibly modular, but ultimately 4 weapons, especially being chain guns and rocket launchers, just doesn't cut it. Obviously you're very familiar with the Mako by now. It's gone through several iterations. The latest version is the Mark, well, I call it the Mark R, which is the combination of 4 homing missiles and 2 plasma launchers. Well, I've kind of improved upon that with this ship over here, which is called the Great White. Yes, we had to go with the shark naming convention. So the Great White, as you can see, compared to the Mark 17R next to it, Mako, is bloody big for an SV. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's massive, absolutely colossal. And yeah, it comes with a lot of features. At the minute I've got it up to tier 4. Yep, we're going full tier 4. We're not messing around at tier 3 anymore. We're going for a level 20 tier 4 ship just there. We have 2 homing missile pods under each wing and 2 railgun slots under each of the engine segments, and holy crap, that does give this ship some firepower. We also have, for just smaller ships, a chain gun embedded into the nose cone just here. Not sure if I'll keep that, but for now we're just keeping it there for taking out small SV ships or drones. You know, if it's something like cheap and cheerful. But yeah, I mean, as you can tell, it's a big bird. And yes, that is an armor locker embedded into the top just there. We also have a constructor embedded underneath, so we can actually manufacture our own stuff now. Don't ask me why I put it there, I sort of wanted it out of sight. We've also at the minute got an O2 station at the back embedded into the tail, similar to the one we've got on the Mako. We've got the detector dome back here. We've got a whole load of engines embedded throughout the entire body as well as the wings. So we've got these 4 medium engines on each, 3 medium engines on each wing for better rotation. We've got 4 medium engines in each of these kind of intake areas for reverse thrust. We've got 2 massive jet engines on the back, similar to the Mako. As you can see, we've managed to incorporate the 2 additional smaller jets underneath that for added acceleration. We've got a load of engines underneath for the hover feature, as well as, well, more hover engines and more hover engines. We've got a lot of hover engines. So, and we've got a couple of top facing engines here and here to kind of help with those delicate kind of landing operations. We've got 2 rotational engines on the nose cone just to kind of give us some pivot if we need it. We've also got some pivot engines embedded into the actual main engine segment at the back. They're actually facing inwards, so they're blasting across the engine. And we've got the same on this side as well. So yeah, we've got a lot of engines in this thing. We've also got warp drive. We've also got some additional large engines internally. We've got an absolute ton load of RCSs. Lots of internal space still. Not sure what I'm doing with it all. We've got 2 very large cargo bays. Well, for an SV at least. So the ammo bay's 1,500. The cargo bay is about 1,500 as well. Yep. So it gives us a fair bit of cargo. I might expand that further. I did actually have a second pilot passenger seat at the back here, but I decided against that. I decided to just go for the standard 1 cockpit, single pilot fighter design. I could have put a second cockpit in. Didn't want to. Effectively, I thought it broken up design a little bit too much. But at the minute, just pull back for a second so you guys can get a really good view. I mean, just look at that. Just the wing space alone is just ridiculous. It's got to be. Feels like it's twice as wide, doesn't it? It does look absolutely. I mean, look at that. It looks like a midget next to it. That's the Mako, and I thought the Mako was fairly large. And this thing just goes, nah. I think I chose the name well. Great White Shark. So, how does it handle? Well, it's still in the internal refitting process, but at the minute it handles pretty well, to be honest. But let's just power up. Yeah, actually bring the hood up might help. Okay, so there we go. 4 homing, 4 rails, 4 GATs and detector. I can tell you right now that the 4 rails will go straight through a steel block like it's not even there. The homing does exactly the same. It takes about, if I remember correctly, something like 6 to 8 volleys to take out a pulse laser T2. Just if you're interested with the rails. With the rockets, I think it's about 4 or 5 volleys. Yeah, those things are just overkill at the minute. So let's just take her up for a quick fly. So yeah, I'm aware the power's a bit maxed out. That's because we've not charged the shields yet. But yeah, it's got enough at the minute. It's got enough generators. So we've got 4 generators kicking out 4.4 thousand power. Yeah, apparently a bit more. That'll be because we're not hit our CPU limit. So anyway, let's just give it a whirl. As you can see, it spins around fairly well for a ship of its size. Let's get external view. Oh yeah. It flies like a fighter. A big fighter. And can turn pretty well. This is side thrusting as well as rotation. Pivot speed's pretty good. Pitch speed's pretty good. Yeah, it can improve a bit. Might throw a few more RCSs in there just to improve it. But yeah, nothing to complain about with that handling for a ship of this size. Let's see how quickly we can land it. Oh, piece of piss. Yeah. I literally just body slammed that straight onto the deck, no problems. Landed it exactly where I wanted it to be. Right, let's just take it up again. Just show you the weapons. Well, you can see how quickly it got in the air then. Okay, homing. Homing. Rails. Rails. Through trees. Yeah. Chain gun. You know what chain gun does. trees being killed. Yeah, that's deforestation for you. And let's just do the quick flight test with all these winglets all over the place. Let's see how far we can go with no power. Just because I think that's a good test. Now, let's bring up the map. We want to be flying towards the platform, not away. It's over there. So we're at max thrust and power off. Okay, that's flying really far. Okay, that's flying absolutely insanely far. That's still going. Wow, that's insane. Let's do that again. I was expecting it to plummet out of the sky, not actually be able to maintain itself like that. Okay, we're slowing down now. We're halfway across the lake already. There we go, we're starting to lose speed. We're still going. For some reason we're flying sideways. That is really bizarre. Jesus. Right guys, that is got to be the furthest I've seen a fighter glide so far. So under power, we nearly landed on the other side of the lake. Yeah, how far is that? Just out of curiosity. Let's just waypoint that. I'd probably say that's a good 800 meters. We just glided without power. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. So in the catastrophic event of losing all your engines and power, you can expect this thing to glide for, you know, pretty decent distance. Let's max it out for a second. I'm just curious how far this will go. There you go, let's go. Wow, this thing flies for a long time. Yeah, so looking at the stats quickly, these are all work in progress. It's already a size class 1, so it's really big. It's currently 12.5 meters wide, 17.5 meters long, 3.5 meters tall. Weighs a lot at 62.2 tons. Has over 1,000 blocks in it already. We do have 2 spotlights embedded into the wings. The power generation and fuel tank figures are completely provisional. We are warp capable, shielded, O2 capable once we put some O2 tanks in. We haven't quite got there yet. We've got 39 RCSs in here as of now. Our roll, pitch and yaw are all around 50s on average. That's pretty good. Acceleration, it's actually quite slow. Oh, that's because I bloody well turned everything off. Try that again. So there you go. Roll 50, pitch 54 and yaw 50. Down to 86 meters a second acceleration. Nah, but you're lying there. 1, 2. Yeah, it's about 2 seconds to accelerate up to max speed. That is bizarre. Okay. 1. Yeah, so in space it will take us just over under 2 seconds to accelerate up to max speed. So you can see we're manoeuvring really well. For a ship of this size, we're just throwing it around, and trust me, this thing's going to cause some damage once we get it in the field. Those annoying POIs that have been doing my head in with all those bloody turrets, not anymore, they're not. With this thing, we just go up, come down, switch to rails, and come back. Okay guys, I'm just going to take it back to the landing platform once I figure out where the hell that is. It's over here somewhere. Let's push her into afterburner. It'd be nice if they did a little animation with the exhaust for when you're boosting like this. No, you're not allowed to see that. That's something else I'm working on. Not quite ready for a reveal. Oh, I've overshot it. Here we go. Yes, it was a capital ship. Just mind your own business for now. Oh, okay. Overshooting. There we go. Big. That's near perfect landing. Okay, maybe not, but. That's perfect landing. After final adjustment. So that's the Great White, everyone. The ship's still in prototype stage. Going to be improving the internals a little bit better. You know what I'm like with the internals. Then I've got to do some exterior work on it. Then once I've got that going, I may bring it into our current playthrough series, because frankly, yeah, this is not going inside of the Hellstrom's hangar bay, that's for certain. This is too big for that. I think I'm going to have to figure out, either get a bigger ship or just take this thing out, somehow clamp it onto the outside of the ship, and then once we get in system, deploy it like as a carrier or something, from a carrier. And then just warp over to the destination, bomb the crap out of it, and then fly back. In fact, that might not be a bad idea. Yeah, so I think I've named it correctly. It looks the business. It's pretty damn dangerous, and frankly, I'm looking forward to bringing it into the Series 3 playthrough, because I think it's going to be an absolute terror. So for now guys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that little reveal. I'll be keeping you posted as I do improvements. So in a bit.